All right, so this is a recording of the content from the pre-med biomedical engineering video chat that took place on Wednesday, the 24th of June. So basically, this is just the content. There was a recording issue, but if you do have questions, you can contact me via this email here. And I am Valerie Swenson. I'm your academic advisor for biomedical, chemical, and industrial management engineers. As a pre-med student, you actually have a faculty advisor who will be your primary advisor, but I'm here for more general questions as well. And we'll help you both get started with registration through orientation and beyond. So I'm available to you in the hub, but again, your main advising will be from faculty. So this will be about a 10 to 15 minute overview of the content given in the presentation today. Basically, what I'll talk about is academic advising, some curricular planning for fall 2020, resources, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact me. Here is the hub staff. So we are located within the JEC, or the Johnson Engineering Center. And this is really the main center for different engineering departments. So again, here we all are, our team here. And we are guiding students through the registration process as they get ready to register for courses, come here for student orientation, and begin courses in fall. So by now you should have received your registration guide. Definitely recommend that you take a look and go through that very carefully. Some really good resources, and more or less what I'm doing today is giving an overview of those resources. Then the video chat, so this is a recording of the actual content for, and then finally student orientation will be later this summer. So some brief planning for curriculum for the fall. I'd say the number one question I'm getting at this point is regarding AP and transfer credits. So AP credits are not coming out until mid-July. You should have them by the time you register for courses. If you register before the 15th, however, you may not for July 15th. So with this in mind, students are asking, should I transfer my credits that I got for AP? So in order to transfer courses, you needed to have a 5 on the AP exam. That demonstrates a very strong understanding of the content. This being said, we definitely recommend that you apply both your transfer and your AP credits toward your degree here. Biomedical engineers, and I'll get into this in a bit, some of the courses that pre-med and pre-health program here wants you to take includes, biology, chemistry, and some other science courses that should be taken specifically here. Again, I'll get into this later, but that would just be one exception. This being said, I recommend that you bring everything that you've taken here. You can take a look at your transfer credits and make sure that they've been applied to your degree via your transcript. And then if you need to change anything, so say for instance, you didn't think you got a 5 and you ended up getting one after you registered for courses, we can always make changes after the fact. And you actually have the first 2 weeks before the first 2 weeks of the semester to make changes too. So in a bit, we'll take a look at your fall schedule. Again, pre-med students, it's a bit different than typical engineering majors as you're taking pre-health requirements as well. But generally, you'll be taking several science courses. That includes physics, chemistry, and biology. You'll also be taking a math course. Biomed students take math, calculus 1, calculus 2, and they also take differential equations and multivariable calculus. And then we'll have you take an engineering course during the fall or spring, depending if you already have physics experience from high school. You'll also take a 1-credit course in either engineering graphics and CAD or engineering communications. So again, registration starting July 13th. This gives you plenty of time to review this video and some of the guides that we've put together for you. So next for this, I'll be going over some registration resources and going in reverse order. I am your academic advisor, your first resource available to you. I'm here for any questions that you might have during this time and beyond. Next, what I'll be doing is briefly showing you SIS, or Student Information System, one of the many acronyms that you'll learn here. That's where you'll actually go to register for courses. And then I'll also show you YACS. YACS is an RPI student-created scheduling software that allows you to make mock schedules to see how your actual schedule would look. That also generates CRNs, or course registration numbers, that actually enable you to register. And that is what I will do next. So going in here, first you have the pre-med biomedical engineering program registration guide. So again, I mentioned that you should really go through here and Carefully look through all of the resources here. You've got your template, you've got how to select humanities courses and other information about co-requisites, prerequisites, AP credits, and so on. So definitely go through this very carefully. Something else I do want to mention too is, and I'll bring up our template in a minute here, but pre-med students take, pre-med students take specific courses for medical study. So in addition to receiving your biomedical engineering degree, you'll be taking the following courses. You'll be taking 2 semesters of bio plus lab. So that'll be cell and molecular biology as well as intro to biology, introductory biology. You'll take 2 semesters of general chemistry plus 2 semesters of physics plus lab, and 2 semesters of English. So those can be either literature, communication, or writing courses. So with this in mind, your humanities courses and your free electives are kind of spoken for. So when we take a look at the pre-med curriculum, you'll see here the different courses that you'll take. And then you'll see down here that typically there's free electives, but for pre-meds, again, they're spoken for. So 2 of your humanities courses are also spoken for as well. You'll be taking psychology and sociology. And then for 2 of your other humanities courses, you'll want to take 2 writing, communication, or literature courses, as I mentioned. And then the last one here you should take is an interdisciplinary Haas course. So this will more or less make up for the 5 courses that you're taking. And then when we look in for the fall semester, we have here Intro to Biology, Chemistry 1, Introduction to Engineering Analysis, Engineering Graphics and CAD, and Calculus 1. Then for spring, we have Cell and Molecular Biology, Chemistry 1, Engineering Processes, Calculus 2, and then Physics 1. So depending upon where you are with your academic trajectory, you might be a couple courses ahead, what have you, but this is typically what pre-meds take during their first year. I mentioned the AP courses earlier. As a pre-med, you'll have a faculty advisor. So this would be more of a question to specifically ask them, but oftentimes medical schools do not like to see AP or transfer courses for some of these sciences and other pre-med specific courses. So if you do have AP or transfer for that, you may end up wanting to retake those here for the pre-med requirement, and your faculty advisor can help you with that decision. So I also show you this page because we have here our course information. So we've got a course code and course number. So what we're going to do is keep these in mind when we are creating our schedule. So YACS is a tool that you're able to use in order to create a mock schedule. And what you're able to do here, that's a completed one, but let's start from scratch, is actually select among the different sections that are available here. So for instance, Chemistry 1, if I select this red bar and then click Schedule, ... it's going to give me all the different options for the different courses that I'm taking. And then I can go down the line and do the same thing with my other courses. So I mentioned that biology is 10-10. So you'll want to add this in here. And then also you'll see that's 3 credits. You're also going to want to add bio lab, which is 1 credit to get you the 4. So that's bio 10-15. So when you do this, you start to generate some different schedules, which is great. So as this loads here, you'll see that there are different CRNs or course registration numbers that you can use. And then what you can do here is you can always narrow down. So there's 291 different schedules to look through. You can see what looks best to you. And what you can also do is narrow it down by selecting specific sections that are available. So say, for instance, you really wanted to take section 3 for biolab. What that does is that narrows down 39 different schedules, way easier to look through. So YACS is a really good tool to use with planning, but when it comes to actually registering for courses in the day of, within SIS, which is our student information system, we recommend that you go to student menu and then class search to see the live number of courses that are available and seats. So I mentioned those CRNs, these 5-digit numbers here. So when you actually go to register the day of, you'll put the CRNs within these little boxes here under register add drop in your student information system. You'll see right here that those get populated. And then from there, once you click submit, the courses that you're taking are listed. If there were any issues, say there was a course conflict between 2 courses or maybe a course finished, you'd see below here, but you've actually gotten registered for each of these courses here, which is nice. So, what I'm going to do now is just bring up our template again to kind of close off here. Um, this is a guide more than anything. Students come in at different points during their academic trajectory, and during our time together, we will be working on a specific plan for you, and you'll be working on one with your faculty advisor as well. And that basically concludes everything that I have for now. I mentioned there's no such thing as a silly question. Please come to me with any questions that you have. You and I can actually do a webinar meeting where we can go one-on-one and speak about your schedule if you wanted some more specific, advice about what you should register for. Um, we can also do a phone conference, or you can go by email if you just have a list of questions, and I'll get back to you. I'm here all summer, and I am a resource to you. All right. Thank you so much for viewing this, and I look forward to working with you this fall.